Hello everyone. In this video lecture series, we are going to discuss the topic polyploid. So, let's begin the topic. As we have discussed in the introduction part, that polyploid species are more robust than the diploid counterpart. But at the same time, we have also discussed that many polyploid species are sterile. Here, we will discuss why most of the polyploid species are sterile. The reason behind this is that the extra chromosome set in the polyploid species segregate irregularly during meiosis, which further lead to aneuploid gametes. And if, suppose, these aneuploid gametes unite in fertilization, the zygote produced from such fertilization almost dies. This inviability explains why many polyploid species are sterile. This overall process can be explained through an example. Let's consider a triploid species, as it has three identical sets of chromosomes. So during meiosis, each chromosome tries to pair with its homologue. Here, one possibility is that two homologues pair with each other, leaving third homologous without a partner. Here, this solitary chromosome is known as univalent. So here, it is very difficult to predict how this chromosome will move during first NF phase. Most likely, two homologues will move to one pole and one homologue will move to another pole. This will produce gamete containing one or two copies of chromosome. Another possibility is that three homologues will partially pair with each other. It may be possible that all three homologues may move to one pole or the same pole, thus producing gamete with 0 to 3 copy of chromosome. So this explains how aneuploid gametes are produced in polyploidy. One more thing is that zygote produced from gametes, such types of gamete are almost certain to die. Therefore, most of the triploids are sterile. In horticulture as well as in agriculture, sterility of such plant can be prevented by allowing such polyploidy plant to propagate asexually. Method of asexual propagation includes cutting as performed in bananas, bulbs as performed in tulips. In nature also, polyploidy plant species can reproduce asexually, and one of those mechanisms is apomixis. Apomixis is a mechanism which involves modified meiosis, and this type of meiosis produces unreduced egg. And finally, this type of egg forms seeds that finally germinate into new plants. Example is dandelion weeds. Up to now, we were discussing that not all, but many polyploid plants are sterile. But some polyploid plants are fertile also. Instead of having identical chromosomal set, as we have seen in sterile polyploid, these fertile polyploid plants have distinct sets of chromosomes. They can produce bivalve offspring. How this process takes place, let's see in this figure. Two distinct but related diploid plants. They are distinct but they are related to each other. Plant A and B crosses to produce a hybrid plant. Hybrid. Now, this hybrid is probably sterile because the chromosome A cannot pair with chromosome B because they came from distinct but related diploid plant. So, in this sterile hybrid, now if duplication of chromosome take place, so it produces a fertile tetraploid because A chromosome will pair with its perfectly homologous A chromosome. Similarly, B will pair with perfectly homologous B chromosome. Now this fertile tetraploid produces euploid gametes. Fertilization from this gamete produces tetraploid zygote, and zygote will survive because parental chromosome sets are balanced. So this type of hybridization between different but related species and followed by chromosomal duplication has been occurred many times in plant pollution. One of the best example is modern wheat Triticum aestivum. This plant is hexaploid and it has three different chromosomal sets, and each of the chromosomal set has been duplicated in hybrid. There are seven chromosomes in each set. As we have discussed in the beginning of this chapter, the modern wheat has undergone two hybridization events. Here, two distinct but related diploid species crosses to produce a hybrid. This hybrid is probably sterile because A cannot pair with B. Here, doubling of chromosome take place. So, doubling produces a fertile tetraploid. This fertile tetraploid again crossed with distinct but related diploid species. It produces a triple hybrid. Now again here the chromosome duplication take place and it again produces a fertile hexaploid species which we call as a modern wheat.